Kia ora koutou, and welcome to South Pacific Muscle. Look, I've spent hours and hours on this one tonight. I haven't done a fucking thing. No, and we didn't want to. We just wanted to have an end of the year session where we could have a bit of a chat about what everyone was up to over Christmas and New Year's, and put out some Christmas wishes to people. So starting it off, Mike's going to tell us a Christmas joke. We're waiting.
Here's one I prepared
got
earlier.
It. Yeah, I got it.
Look, I've got a good joke, but it's X-rated and it's not about Christmas.
Oh,
but it is my favourite joke.
You better say it.
You better tell us your joke. Tell us your joke.
A guy walks into an ice cream shop, and it's advertised any flavoured ice cream you want. And he says, "Really, can I have any flavoured ice cream I want?" The guy says, "Yeah, sure, any flavour." He goes, "I'd like a vagina flavoured ice cream, please." And the guy says, "Really? We don't have it, but look, I can make it up for you. You come back next week." So he comes back the following week and says, "Can I have my vagina flavoured ice cream, please?" And the guy says, "Sure, 1 scoop or 2. So he gives him a 2-scoop vagina flavoured ice cream, pulls it up, hands it over. The guy takes this big long, "Oh, it tastes like shit." The guy says, "Oh, you've got to take shorter licks."
Oh, that's horrid, bro. What a terrible joke. I actually had a Christmas joke. I found a Christmas joke. I'm not going to tell it though, because that joke was fucking too good, and you've set the standard too high. So I'll save it for later. Look, I'm going to pass over to Ange. Ange, you want to let us know what your plans over the Christmas period, New Year's, and who do you want to shout out your Christmas wishes and things to?
Well, you all. I'm in Whangamata with my family.
Nice.
And I'll be here for Christmas and New Year's before heading back to my cage. So I'm allowed out of my cage for a couple of weeks, which is nice. And I'll be training. I've got my program in place, so I'll be training in the garage here, as well as at Bodywork at Wanga. So if you're in the Coromandel, Bodywork at Whangamata is quite a cool little gym. They've got everything there, which I quite like. And I'll be boogie boarding with the boys, drinking a little bit too much whiskey on the sly, and having afternoon naps.
Afternoon naps? Fuck.
Lots and lots of afternoon naps. And I want to say Merry Christmas to my tribe of savages, all the Valkyries and my cage barbell boys. That they've got their competitions coming up in March and April to kick off the new year, so they don't really get much downtime at all. My next meet is in July at the Wolfpack Invitational, so my prep starts officially on the 30th of January. So this is still my off season for me, which I'm actually loving my conjugate training, which is a little bit kooky, I think, for gym people. But I don't care.
Far out. Whangamata for
yeah.
Christmas. I haven't been there since I was a kid. Is it still?
So my family live here. My mum and dad, my grandmother are here.
Yep.
So so every alternate year we come here, and then the other years we go down to Christchurch.
Nice.
That's where the other side of the family live.
Must be get pretty hectic there, and especially around that New Year period. I remember doing one New Year's here and stumbling home at some ungodly hour.
Well, let's face it. You know, I'm a East Coast girl. I'm one of them. Yeah. I plan on causing as much mayhem as I possibly can over New Year's Eve. I'm going to be those ones that's had way too much, walk in the middle of the town, on the beach, fall asleep on the beach, find some random rave to fall over, and then maybe go home tomorrow.
I did one of those New Year's at the mountain, woke up in a hay paddock, in the middle of a hay paddock, and couldn't remember how I even got there, let alone how to get home. So, yeah.
I think we're all kids at heart, you know, and we should never grow up if possible. That's if you're going to do anything in life, you got to do it all in. So if you're going to lift it all, and if you're going to go and let your hair down, let it all down. And that's
Love it.
Don't do it by halves.
All good. Mr. Tab, what's happening with you? You're jumping on a plane and heading north, I hear.
And I didn't realise it was next. I was the only one who followed your instructions and muted myself while Ange was talking. So well, my kids get a double Christmas. So we do Christmas Day here in Dunedin with my wife's parents, a bunch of presents, and then Christmas Eve we're jumping on a plane up to Auckland to catch up with my brother and sister. They've got a couple of kids each, and there's about 5 kids all in a couple of years with each other. She's got a pool on the shore. They just swim. And yeah, so my intention with training is, or with eating, is I'm going to eat most of my normal meals plus whatever else I can get my hands on. So there'll be a lot of shit food going down. Training of contacted ants. So if I'm brave enough, I'll go and do a couple of sessions with him up in Auckland. I was thinking about catching up with Tom as well, but I haven't contacted. I'm a little bit scared to go and train with those boys. Harry blew me away in the gym the other day, so so I'm pretty weak and I'm pretty sore, and I'm still hurting from the delts that we did was it Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah, mine are still a bit sore, mate, as well.
Something different. So that's my Christmas. I was quite prepared for this one, to the point where I sent you a video as well to play. But I thought we'd do a little bit of a wrap up or a summary, because this year was a pretty big year. A lot of people battling and struggling, but I found that this year was real positive for me. The time at home, I had 7 weeks of lockdown, and I hit the rower every morning. I stole a rower from school and hit the rower for 5Ks every morning. So 50 days straight on the rower in the morning. I had access to a gym that I could train at, so I didn't miss a workout right the way through. And just the extra time with my kids and so on was awesome. My wife she's police, so she was out working right the way through. But I had just lots of extra time with the kids. It was real relaxed, and it kind of, like a lot of people, made you sort of think about what's really important in life, and you sort of work versus home versus family, all that sort of thing. And if I look at where I'm at the end of the year as opposed to the beginning of the year, I'm so much happier and so much more mentally well this year. And that's partly to do with some work I've done with a psychotherapist, and we talked about that on the episode with Ryan Gallard, but also, at least in part, to you, Nate, because getting involved in this has really ignited my passion for bodybuilding. I sort of found that love again, and I'm just in boots and all again. With my own training and with sort of reading and learning and connecting with people. And I want to say thanks to everybody who's been on the pod and all the listeners, because they treat me like a real bodybuilder. So I always kind of feel like a real bodybuilder again, because I'm just like the rest of you guys, as opposed to where I've been at for the last sort of 15 or 20 years. So thanks to everybody who's come on the podcast. We've just been really blessed with the quality and quantity of people who are keen to come on, and it's just been really inspiring for me, and it's created a really fantastic year for me. So thanks to everybody who's been on the pod, everybody listens to the pod, you, Nate, and of course my lovely wife who supports me in all my personal endeavours. So awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, man. That's really cool to hear, Mike. Really cool to hear. And my fellow Hawke's Bay man, Andrew.
Hey, Nate. So I haven't actually really got many plans for Christmas and New Year's, to be honest. Just taking it pretty easy. I've only got Friday, Saturday, Sunday off really, and I'm back to training clients next week, because there's people keep wanting to come back to me and keep training for some reason. So go figure. But it's just, even 3 days downtime for me at the moment is just going to be good to get back and relax with the wife and kids. The kids are working actually, but it's going to go. Oh, here's Mike. Hey. So we're going to go up bush for a few bush walks, and in New Year's we're going to head down to Wellington for 3 or 4 days, catch up some peeps down there, and just relax, just take it easy.
Nice, bro. And we've got some good weather coming too, hopefully in the bay. So, might maybe get a bit of. Nah, it was starting to look a bit overcast when I looked out last. But man, it's been hot. It's been cranking the heat.
It's nice though to get a bit of reprieve from the hot weather. But now she'll be cranking pretty soon here. Those hot summer days.
Hey, if they have the Mr. Waimarama contest this year, you've got to come out and just blitz everyone, just wipe the stage, turn up and show them what a real body looks like.
Yeah, no, they always have it when it's off season though. That's the problem. So I'll try and stay in shape for that. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
What we should
But
do.
yeah, I've got to say though, this year, like Mike, it's been a lot of changes for me with my direction, what I've been doing in life, and I'm just going to. Sorry, my cat's just going to knock the. Yeah, just huge changes in direction for me with work and personal life and what I'm doing, and it's just a big shout out to all my clients. They all, from when I was training at the at Flex Gym to coming to my little studio here at home, following me and keeping me loyal and keeping me busy and keeping me going. And big shout out to them. This massive bunch of guys and girls that I train. They're really cool people, just so down to earth, and just really enjoying them, hit their goals, seeing them improve in their lives, and bring on next year, doing the same thing, and planning on what I'm doing up on stage. It's going to be another good year.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Can't wait to see you on stage next year. I was just going to say, we should find out all the dates for all those little beach type competitions and roll them with a squad of like A-grade bodybuilders and stack the lineup. Harry.
Nate, I love being the encyclopedia. On that theme, did you know that in 1990 they had a privately run comp in Wangmata and the guest poser was Lee Priest?
Oh, no way.
Stop it.
It's serious, true. Yep. Yep. And it was won by a guy called Russell Richardson from Kawakawa, who then went on and did what was, I guess, the prequel to the Country Classic in Bendigo in Australia. How about that? Last I saw Russell, he was working in an ice cream van on the Gold Coast.
Holy shit.
I like my bodybuilding memorabilia, crazy out there information, as you know.
I think you've reached the pinnacle of obscure bodybuilding information. That is fantastic. That's gold.
No, it gets obscure when I know what Mo posed to in 2004 and Daniel posed to in 1996.
Yep, absolutely. Harry, do you want to tell us what your plans are and what's going on for you over Christmas?
Yeah, guys. So first of all, I just want to say thanks to you guys on the podcast. When you first started, I saw this podcast come up from New Zealand. I was like, what's this? Like, I absorb in everything on YouTube and bodybuilding. And you guys have just been so consistent over the weeks, you're pumping out 2-3 videos a week. It's just been non-stop, so it's been awesome, eh? For Christmas and New Year's, I've just come up from Dunedin. I'm in Christchurch at the moment, and then we're heading up to Kaiteriti, up by Nelson in the Abel Tasman tomorrow. So we're going to be away on holiday there for about 2 weeks, just chilling next to the beach in the sun. In terms of training and nutrition, we go away the same time every year, and we usually do about 2 weeks away. And for me, that's the time when I usually just give my body a bit of a rest, just chill out for a bit, So I know there's a City Fitness up in Nelson, so I might visit maybe once a week or twice a week just for a quick pump, but mainly just try and give the body a bit of a break, give the joints, some time to heal.
Good form. So Nelson for New Year's.
Yeah, well, we'll just stay in Kaiteriti. They have a bit of a pub there that goes off, so yeah.
Good time.
And actually, in terms of those beach competitions, they actually have a like Mr. and Mrs. Kaiteriti there, so it'd be funny to jump in there. And I did it when I was about 10 years old and got second, so it'd be a bit of a throwback to jump into it now.
You should do it. You definitely should do it, bro.
Well, I'm a wee bit out of shape at the moment, but
I think
probably better than the normal person.
Yeah, we should have a thing that will try and get South Pacific Muscle viewers to win every small beach competition in the country this year.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
That'd be gold.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Kingsnorth, what's Christmas and New Year's in your household?
Mate, it's very relaxed because we're geniuses. We had our family Christmas gathering last Saturday where it's a tradition, and every year the Kingsnorth family all comes together under one roof. And this was actually exciting for me. It was the first time ever that I've been able to host it in my life because I've never had a house suitable enough for it. And, so it was amazing. It was the first time we'd had one since my mother passed away. So a lot of responsibility, but it went off like a like a bomb. It was wonderful. And so the rest of you all going crazy, and we're just like totally chilled out now. So yeah, pretty easy. Well, I do something a little bit different to Harry. Over that period, I try and see if I can go to the gym every single day. You know, there's no excuses not to. All the retailers are sort of gone quiet, so I, you know, it's either that and just watching Big Bash League cricket predominantly.
Good times. It's probably, yeah, for you, it's going to be a sort of a different time of year when everyone else is running around like blue-ass flies trying to organise all their family stuff and running around with the kids and all that kind of thing. And your business will have backed off and given you a bit of breathing space for 5 minutes. Yeah,
it's fairly somewhat self-sustaining. It basically, most of the time, I'm just answering emails and get up in the morning. There's orders, just moving stuff around on the chessboard, really. But I'll be using the time to bit of prep, bit of planning, having a look at doing the fitness expo. You know, bringing in maybe some new revenue stream opportunities, and yeah, so a bit of planning. I always intend to do it a lot more of it than I probably get around to doing. But you know, we've got the time and it's a very rare opportunity. I did a lot of it during shutdown during COVID, and I actually got a lot of work done where I was working on the business instead of in the business, and it was really successful. And because of that, it's been a great year for me, fortunately. So yeah, see if we can't double that up year 2. COVID 2020, bring me.
Hey, the fitness expo, what's the details around that?
So Jono, that ran the fitness expo for a few years, is running his own one called Live Fit now. He offered to buy the fitness expo off the organisers when they decided they didn't want to run it, and they couldn't come to terms, shall we say. So, you know, all the IP was in Jono's head, and he had all the contacts, so he's gone out and done his own. From what I can see, it looks to be very full. He could be a great guest to have on, you never know. And it's out at the Trust Stadium, and yeah, you've got some really amazing corporate partners. Yep. So it's not that whole hardcore supplement plus other stuff that it's been in the past. It's real lifestyle festival, you know, stuff. So it sounds like it's going to be really, really fun to be at. So yeah, we're looking at an opportunity there.
What dates?
I've got lined up as next to a March, I believe. Oh, yeah, cool. Mid-March.
Yeah, we'll follow
good time, you know, still warm.
Nice.
What's that?
Nice. No, yeah,
cool. Well, you know, it was in the middle of winter, wasn't it?
I can't remember because I used to run shows and I competed with strongman in there one year, which wasn't my greatest year at strongman. I've got to say.
I heard there was something interesting went on at one of the strongmans one year there.
No, we don't.
Something out the back. I don't know.
We don't talk
Maybe you might want to elaborate.
No, we don't. No, look, I miss the expos. They were really cool. We had some pretty good times there. You know, I've still got thousands of photos of at the expo just with catching up with mates and that. So fuck, it'd be choice to have another good expo if they get a good one up and running.
It was meant to be on last year, but obviously during lockdown that shut it down. And yeah, so really, you know, I think it'll be a good opportunity to try something different, have a crack at it. So, you know, wave the flag, get some people sampling it, you know, get Ange queuing up time and again for the free samples out of my slushy machine.
We'll have to get Mike on it. We'll get Mike on a business trip up to Auckland and give him a microphone and he can run around and
like my trip to Chicago and Vancouver and then LA last year, all through the books.
Yeah. Mike, you can be Johnny on the spot with the microphone.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think so. Cool. That'd be really cool. Right, so
go around asking everybody, off-season bulk or dirty bulk?
Yes, gold. Right, my Christmas is going to be a bit like yours, Mike. I think it's a pretty laid-back one. I've just got my coach has said to me, he said, you have to have 2 days off the gym and 2 days off your diet. So I'm going to, after 22 weeks, it'll be 23 weeks, I'm going to try and be a normal person for 2 days. I'm not sure how that's going to go. So if I fall off the rails and you never see me again, it went badly. So I'm just going to eat.
No, you haven't been a normal person for 2 decades.
I know. Well, what do I do? No, look, I'm going to spend a bit of time with my folks, and I've just moved into a new place, so we'll go around there and do Christmas and get some time in with the kids, and you know, because I think, you know, my parents have been really supportive, and, you know, my kids have been absolutely amazing in the fact that, you know, I've had the time to be able to be selfish and focus on me and achieve what I want to achieve. But, you know, when you get these opportunities with some downtime, I think it's time to sort of, for me to, you know, put as much back into other people as I can in that short period before I, you know, get heads down in for the next year. And, but other than that, should be training. I'm going to have a blowout on New Year's. It's going to probably could go for a few days, but after that, coaches sort of said that after the first week after New Year's, we're hitting it hard again, and we'll tighten up for a couple of weeks, and then we hit fully fledged bulking. So, yee! And
finally be able to get some calories in, Nate.
Oh, fuck! I'm looking forward to it, man. To be, you know, I'm in that stage at the moment, and I have been for quite a while, that I'm sort of fat skinny, you know, and I look at myself and I'm like, oh, I'm flat, and I feel pretty average. And this morning, I actually looked in the mirror and went, I'm actually starting to look okay. So I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's going to be nice to get some carbs in over Christmas, and then start heading into a big bulk for 6 months. So yeah, I might get some photos of my face now, because it's going to be about that round, and, you know, so no, it'll be good. But I'm looking forward to a really good year next year. Hopefully we get a bit more normality. Although, like Mike said, you know, like 2020 has been and I'll acknowledge it because I think it's really important to acknowledge, it's been a really, really tough year for some people, and for those people that have battled through it, we're really proud of you. You know, you've come through a real shitter that, you know, our generation's never had anything like this. So, you know, to come through that, guys, you've done fucking amazingly well. But for myself personally, it's been a very, very productive year. It's been a year of getting my life and things back on track after fucking around for so long and just sort of drifting. So I think, like Mike, I sort of grabbed onto bodybuilding, and I've really reignited my passion for it. So as you can tell, you know, I just love it. Like, you know, I'm so enthusiastic about it. And, you know, that's people had sort of said to me over the last 5 years, why don't you compete again? You should do another show. And I always said I'm not ready. I need to create a really solid base. In 2020 and the months leading up into lockdown and just after lockdown, you know, really was a time that I consolidated things, simplified my life, and set up that platform so I could launch from it. And, you know, it's taken some sacrifices, but it's been a really positive experience for me. Mentally, it's put me in a really good headspace. And, you know, I think I want to acknowledge those people out there that Christmas can be a really hard year for people, or sorry, hard time of year for people. And so I guess, you know, for anyone who is really struggling through this period, remember, it's kind of normal, you know, to feel a bit out of sorts because routines change, and, you know, sometimes you're not with the people you want to be with over that period. It can be really hard. So, you know, if you are in that space, anyone out there, it's normal, you know, ask for help, you know, yell out. Certainly, I know all of us here have been through some rough times. We've been through some really good times too. And I guess, you know, we understand those things. So, you know, yell out at us, yell out at your friends, yell out at your family. So that's my message to those people that are going to have a hard time this year through this period. But personally, I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have some fun. But it's been a great year. And like Mike, I think the podcast for me has been something that's been really incredibly positive, and I've been absolutely amazed by the support we've had. And I think, you know, I feel really blessed to have had the people that have come on our podcast and shared their experiences, shared their, you know, their time in the sport and outside the sport. And some of the things that we've covered have been really amazing. I've had some teary moments, I've got to say, like I get a bit emotional about because I'm so passionate about bodybuilding. But for the most part, I've had a shitload of fun, you know, and it's been really, really cool. So thank you to everyone who supported us. Thank you to all our guests, and thank you to all our viewers, because we couldn't do it without you. It's been really cool. So on that note, I thought, do we do the Christmas carol at the end? Is that our thing? It'll be very...
I thought Mike would be jumping off right now because Conan's about to start on Sky action movies right now.
Jeez.
He's got the tattoo.
You don't think I've got my own copy?
Oh, well,
Oh, gold. Hey, guys, from us, the team at South Pacific Muscle, thank you very much for all your support. Love you heaps, people, and have a safe and very Merry Christmas. And we will see you again in the new year. Peace out.
Thanks all.
see you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.